everybody, welcome back to the 100 Movies Bucket List series here on CM42 TV as we continue to document my journey through the 100 Movies Bucket List poster. And our stop today, our discussion today, notice how I didn't say review, because that's not what this is. If you watch any of the other videos on here in this series, it's not reviews we're talking about, it's all about the experience of watching these films nowadays, whether it be for the 100th time or the first time, and on this occasion the first time. We are looking at a classic from 1971. It is, of course, A Clockwork Orange. Now, this is one of the most controversial films of all time, obviously, for obvious reasons, and everybody just knows that anyway. And I had been dying to see this film and have an opinion on this film for the longest time, until May of 2018, so almost a year ago. A lot of my friends were involved in a stage production of A Clockwork Orange, because obviously it was a book but first, I believe, then the film, then the play. I think that's the order it came in, but one of them might be mixed up there. But I went to see the play version that starred a lot of my friends. Now, I'm very bad for this, right? When I go and see a production or a piece of theatre or something when my friends are in it, and I'm always just like, because I'm so used to watching videos, like YouTube videos and stuff, and with the podcast and getting them all on and stuff, it's just strange. It's not strange the fact they're in a play, don't be daft, but it's like one of those ones where I'm watching it going, it's such an iconic character, like Alex or Dim or whoever, and it's just hard to, picture that crazy person, that disturbed and troubled young man within one of my best friends, so it was odd. It was an odd experience seeing the production. I enjoyed the play and stuff, and enjoyed seeing my friends on stage, of course I did, but it was just strange that it was like the first time I was seeing these characters, learning this story, being involved in A Clockwork Orange in general, and I wasn't actually seeing, the guy playing Alex or whoever, so it was weird, seeing my friends in that sort of position, but it was cool. So it kind of put me off watching the film. I'm not gonna lie, I just didn't. After I saw the production on stage, I was like, I've had my fix, I don't need to see it. I don't want to watch A Clockwork Orange now. So every single time it came up and stuff, where in the past maybe I jumped on the opportunity to finally watch it and get it ticked off on my sort of bucket list, my own personal bucket list of films to watch, it's always been on there. And I can't tell you how many times I've been in HMV and I've done like the £5 for £30 deal and I've had A Clockwork Orange there and I've just put it back for some reason, or I've not bought the Blu-rays or whatever, So it's a strange experience, my history with this film. Then, one of my best friends who loves this film, who absolutely adores the film, it's one of his favourite films of all time, texts me saying they are doing an anniversary screening of A Clockwork Orange at the cinema. Do you want to go? And I was thinking, absolutely I want to go, because not only do I want to see classic films, as many classic films as I can, not only in general, but at the cinema. I think it's a great opportunity to sort of relive something that we'd missed due to our age or to when we were born. It was one of those ones where I like the opportunity to go and see a classic film that I've always wanted to see and I've always heard these things about. And if I'm going to watch it at all, there's no better way to watch it than on the big screen, in the cinema, in that environment with a great sound. So we did it, we went to go see A Clockwork Orange at the cinema, and it was an unbelievable experience. It was very, very strange. It was very eerie and a weird atmosphere, just because I don't know if a lot of the people were like me, whether they're going to see it because they've never seen it before, or a lot of the people in the cinema love the film and know what's coming and know what to expect, To me, I personally really, really, really enjoyed this film, right? Now, the style of the film, obviously, we saw 2001 A Space Odyssey at the cinema, right? Same thing, anniversary screening. Stanley Kubrick is must be a thing with him, where he likes to re-release the classic films or whatever. So when I saw 2001, I really enjoyed that, because it was a film that I'd thought I knew what it was going to be, and it wasn't. It took different twists and turns. It left you, if anyone's seen 2001, it just leaves you floored after it, and you're like, what on earth did I just watch? I made a video right after that, by the way, last year. That was like last summertime, last June, July, so check that out on the channel if you can. But so this was like another one, and I was fully expecting to go in, and obviously knowing the story of seeing the stage production and knowing how weird the film is and stuff, I was kind of apprehensive to kind of think, like, how am I going to enjoy this film, especially when I'm beside one of my best friends who loves the film, loves it. So it's not really my type of film, not really my type of cinema, and I enjoyed this film so much more than I thought I would, right? so much better than the stage production. And I don't know if that's just because, I don't mean the way that my friends put the performance on. They were great. It's not their fault or anything. Just in terms of the story and stuff. Like, I thought the film was better. I got more of it from the film anyway. Maybe it was because I was in the cinema environment and none of my friends were in it. I honestly didn't expect it to have such a narrative, right? I know we hate that word, narrative. And I sound like a bit of a wanker saying that, but like, I didn't expect it to be that sort of structured, right? The play is kind of all over the place and messy, and obviously it's on stage, so you can't really get totally lost. They can't do the things that you see on the stage, on the screen, sorry. So, you know, maybe that's why I wasn't expecting so much. The film is great, man. It's really, really good. Performance by the guy that plays Alex. Martin McDowell, I believe his name is. I could have got that totally wrong, but he plays Alex, and obviously I know the character of Alex well, just through my years of studying film or whatever. You know that character, you know. And I ended up feeling bad for him and stuff, which I guess is the goal. And when I was saying before about the sort of nudity and like sexual violence and stuff for no reason, I know it's for a reason. I know that's that style of film. It's like the world that Kubrick creates in this film, the world of The Shining in 2001 and A Clockwork Orange. It's like everybody's so sort of, I don't even know the word, they're so used to seeing these things. They're so everything's so exposed all the time. You know, they're desensitized to everything, you know. So if you see death and you see assaults and you see rapes and you see all these things, it's just normal to them, you know. So that was kind of, it takes you kind of aback at first, like within the first 5 minutes of the film. Funny story, I did try to start watching this before I saw the stage show, and it was like the first 7 minutes, and it's like that shot of his face that kind of pans out, that's really creepy, and then it's like the attempted rape of the girl, like right at the start of the film. You're like, boom, right in, and you're like, holy God, like, what are we about to watch? It's one of the reasons why I turned the film off, and also because I was about to go see the stage show. I didn't want to hinder my experience there, you know, so I did turn the film off for that reason. So I'm so happy that was the reason I went to see the film, and the reason I saw the film was in the cinema, because like it makes it so much better. You get so much more from it. The soundtrack obviously is ridiculous. Dun 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 dun. It's like second nature. I know you think you're listening to the song, but it's just that soundtrack and that feeling, that vibe of the film is perfect for the cinema, man. It's great. You know, obviously it's such an uncomfortable film at some points, purposely. You know, when you're watching in the house or whatever, if I was watching that for the first time, knowing me and knowing what I'm like, I would be like looking at my phone and going to get food and stuff, which I hate when I do that, because I love watching a film when it's just you and the film, and the film has got your attention for that amount of time. Like, you shouldn't be looking at your phone or whatever. But sometimes it happens to everybody, you know. It's so easy to check Twitter during a bit of a film that you're not interested or you don't want to see, you know. So I'm so happy that wasn't the case. It kept my attention, because at the start I was thinking, I'm not going to like this. It's not my type of cinema, and it's going to be really awkward. But it ended up, as it went on, really, really enjoyed it. Great film. It's 8.3 on IMDb, rightfully so. Yeah, another great addition to the 100 movies bucket list. And a rightful spot on that poster. This film, incredible. It influenced so many other types of cinema and filmmakers, you know, that trying to go on a sort of weirder route, you know, whether it be newer films that are a bit different. You know, it's always like one of the most inspirational films. It's the same as The Shining with like modern horror films. You can always see like these parts, and even 2001, when you see space films these days and stuff, you got to imagine that it was somewhat influenced from 2001, you know. So a legendary filmmaker and a legendary film here on the 100 Movies Bucket List series. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the other discussions in the playlist and in the series. And I'll be back for very much more here on CM42 TV. And by the way, you can follow me on Twitter at CM42 TV. Until next time, folks, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves and have a good day.